Good evening, Imagination, and welcome to another edition of Imagine Live from the Dojo, Chapter 162. I'm your host, Mike Zeke, and joining me to my left here, it's not Coach. You know this man, Jimmy the High-Flying Hippie. Jimmy, how are you, brother?
That's right. It is my pleasure. It is I, the guru of woohoo, the tie-dye guy that flies so high in the sky, the creative cornucopia of color and charisma. I fight like John Jones, I sound like Sean Combs, and I got trombone-sized stones like John Holmes. I am the high-flying hippie, the reason Lance Payne's neck's sore and J-Cat is 5'4", your pile-driving, high-flying co-host back in the podium, spewing more crap than Imodium. How you doing today, Mike Zeke?
Hey, man, I'm great. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm glad you're here to join me. Coach, see you next week, I guess. We got a big show tonight, man. Two big matches, first of which we have Jake Wiley taking on Eric Enders for the Imagine Life title. That is coming up here very shortly. And then our main event tonight, we have the #1 contender for the Imagine Heavyweight title, Braden Elliott, taking on the returning Lucio de Vere.
Great matches. You know, none of this would be possible on a weekly basis without our sponsors, without you, the fans. We just want to go ahead and thank them. If you're looking for high quality window or patio door home investment option within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson. The number's on the screen, 814-330-9870. Or visit us today at our showroom located at Municipal Drive in Duncansville. 487-16635 is the zip code. As for Jordan, don't forget to ask about our monthly promotions. Call Jordan today. Renewal by Anderson. We thank you, our sponsor.
I couldn't have said it better myself, man. I appreciate that. And also, on top of the two great matches we have tonight, we have interviews tonight as well. We will hear from The Watch. We'll also hear from the challengers for the tag team titles, Dog Nation. We'll also hear from the Rocker Chris Sands, yourself, the great neighbor James Ross, and our Imagine heavyweight champion Gorgeous Gregory. It's going to be a great night of action, great night of interviews. They didn't come here to listen to me talk.
Well, before we get to that, once again, none of this would be possible without you, our fans. Take a second, help us out. We are here on Imagine Live from the Dojo, the longest running weekly wrestling program in Pennsylvania, independent wrestling currently. Like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share all things on all social media, Imagine Wrestling. And we thank you. We thank you, the Imagination, for allowing us to continue this program live every week.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention October 7th, man. 2 weeks from Saturday. Big show, Volume 44, VIP, sold out. Can't get them, man. Completely sold out. If you're looking for general admission tickets, there are still some available. www.imaginewrestling.com, or you can get tickets at the door. But I also hear those are going quite fast. So if you're looking to come out 2 weeks from Saturday, please go to the website or stop at the show and come see us. Come see some of the best wrestling you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
Here in Central PA.
There's only one way to see Imagine Wrestling live, and that is in person. Wednesdays are great. Come to one of our live events. It is spectacular. You will not be disappointed. And with that, why don't we give them some of this wrestling that we've been talking about?
Let's head to the ring right now. First, he is one half of the Rad Boys. He is banging Jake Wiley.
The most tactical, offensive superstar, highly underrated. Big Jake Wiley fan.
And defending the Imagine Life title here tonight, he is Eric Enders.
The disrespectful disruptor.
Shut your mouth, hippie.
Hey, now, easy.
Yeah, it's real disappointing Eric feels the way he does about me, being a fellow beard-wearing long hair. I feel like me and him should get along a little better. And I'm a little anti-establishment myself, you know.
I'm not sure what his issue is with you, man. I think you're pretty great.
I'm not sure what his issue is with a lot of things, but nonetheless, Eric Enders is a guy. He took me to the extreme in Du Bois. This guy's no slouch in the ring. You're talking a 10-year veteran here. Very dangerous man on the outside there with Lucio de Vere also.
Yeah, I said last week, man, he's very cerebral. And, you know, the man he's defending the title against is also crazy.
Yeah, Jake Wiley's a little unhinged. He's might be a little sugared up and a little too excited. You never know what you're going to get with this guy. He's unpredictable but calculated. Jake Wiley, very, very unique athlete.
Very much so.
There it is. A look at the Imagine Live title.
What it is. That's what it's about right there, man. Referee John Williams here, giving us a good look at the belt. Thank you.
It's a real pretty shiny belt. Hopefully John Williams didn't catch his own reflection in that and scare himself.
I've caught myself in that reflection a few times. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Right off the bat. That's what I'm talking about, man. I said crazy earlier. And just mocking the champion here and he goes and sits again. I mean,
I think Jake Wiley's blood pressure is the only thing in here higher than yours truly.
Oh! Right away with the drop kick. Basement drop kick to the corner.
Jake Wiley having no time for them head games.
He's going to try to end it early here. Can't forget about the injured ankle. I know last week, that was targeted in the match he had last week and couldn't perform the week before. So looks to be in good condition, looks to be in good shape here. So let's see what he can do against the champion here tonight. Here we go.
Jake Wiley showing off some toughness there, taking 2 right on that chin.
There we go, man. I know he's touted as one half of the best tag team here in Imagine Wrestling, but Jake Wiley is unbelievable as a competitor, whether it's tag team or singles. He's very methodical. One of the smartest men I've ever met in the business.
Extremely innovative there. That very, very unique, almost slide behind takedown, aerial takedown right into that knee.
He's going to want to listen to the referee here. He's going to want to make sure he's not getting disqualified there.
Oh, very, very wily move there from Eric Enders. I question the cleanliness of that. Oh, I have a wrap-up neck breaker, almost William Regal style.
Can he put him away here? Not so fast.
Jake Wiley, one of the most calculated individuals in that ring. Most of his offense targeting the scalp, the top of the head. Jake Wiley he'll kick your block into the second row.
He definitely will. Definitely will. And speaking of blocks getting kicked off, he's taking it to his neck here. Ref, you got to get him off of there.
Eric Enders.
Man, he starts working on the neck.
Already resorting to the shortcuts. Keep your eyes on Lucio Vere here.
You got to have 2 eyes. You got to have eyes in the back of your head when you're a referee here.
Braden Elliott's coming around taking exception. We could have a second fight on our hands here.
2 veterans. They've been around long enough, man. They know all the tricks. They know all the underhandedness. Here we go.
You, like myself, Mike Zeke, have known Lucio Vere a long time.
I have, yes.
To think that he's going to be out here and not get some way involved, and especially, of course, like I said, he's going to take advantage of John Williams.
He's never had a camera or a mirror that he didn't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Can he put him away here? Not so fast. It's funny. I said he was cerebral, and he's working on
Eric
his
Enders
neck, on
having
the
his
column
way.
there.
Well, you saw it.
That's not it. That is not the sponsor.
C.W. Anderson. Does anyone even remember that guy?
Renewal by Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. Call Jordan Treese, 814-330-9870. Back to the action. I feel like he's just toying with him at this point. The disrespect, just standing on the back of his head. I mean, it's not illegal, but nah, man. I've been in there before as a ref, and you're kind of helpless as a referee because it's not illegal. There's nothing that John here can do other than just ask Jake Wiley if he wants to give up this contest.
Like I needed another reason to dislike Eric Enders. I question CW's relation to the Anderson family. Pin count, 2 count only.
Second cousins twice removed, maybe?
John Williams, with all the agility of a 3-legged goat getting up and down off the ground right there. I mean, this guy here never ceases to amaze me.
Watch the hair, ref.
Officiating it right down the center, though, John Williams is.
Yeah. Clubbing blow to the
right
chest.
to the sternum.
I mean, he's working on the front of the neck. He's working on the back of the neck. I I have asthma, and I know what it's like to have neck issues in general, and it's hard to breathe. But I mean, that controls your entire central nervous system, where it's connected to your brain. Cutting off the oxygen supply. I mean, again, cerebral, as I said about him.
And as calculated as his offense is, Jake Wiley puts a boot right between the eyes of Eric Enders, and he's firing up here.
Yeah, he is. Can we get back in here?
Oh, there's the Tennessee punch. Almost an uppercut.
Oh, man, here we go.
Right. Well,
Jake Wiley's feeling it. Here we go. Flip-flop and fly. Here we go. Can he capitalize on this?
Jake Wiley winds up the bionic elbow, and now he's fitting to take it to the pay window. Jake Wiley has all the momentum in the world here.
He's reeling him in here.
Oh, Eric Enders. Don't count Jake Wiley out.
Oh, what a clothesline.
The hallmark of Imagine Dojo is that clothesline. So many guys that come through this training system can kill you with that clothesline. Jake Wiley does it as good as anyone.
Who's going to be able to capitalize here? Going for the cover here, Jake Wiley. Here we go. 1.
Often I've called Braden Elliott's clothesline the angry man's clothesline. We're going to call Jake Wiley's the crazy man's clothesline. The
I can get behind that.
And he threw it with bad intentions, to quote Mike Tyson.
He's doing up the band. Here we go.
Here's them. Those dangerous feet of Jake Wiley. Super kick, no one home. Oh,
Chop block.
right to the front of that left knee.
We just talked about this, man. That's the injured ankle of Jake Wiley.
Eric Enders always calculated. After dropping him chin first on the turnbuckle, working on Jake Wiley's neck, he sees a window of opportunity in a moment of desperation and chop blocks that knee. He could have very well injured that man.
I mean, the referee could stop this at any point here if Jake, I can't see from here, but it looks like he's taking his boot off. Jimmy, this doesn't look good.
If he's unable to continue here. Oh, no, he's back.
Maybe there's some fight left in him here. He's down, but he's not out, man. Oh, I caught him in an ankle lock.
Very, very dangerous move. I have fallen victim to the ankle lock too on a hurt foot.
Oh my God! Look at the way he's torquing
backwards.
his foot. Live to fight another day, Jake. Oh my goodness!
Barely gets free. Jake Wiley almost had to chew his foot off to get free.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, super kick.
Can he capitalize here? He didn't get all of it, but maybe he can capitalize here.
Are you kidding me? Eric
Wow.
Enders 2.9. What a match. What a match here on a live from, I can't even talk. Imagine live from the dojo, Mike Zeke. These people have me flabbergasted.
Yeah,
This is a great wrestling match. We thank you all for tuning in on a Wednesday night. Jake Wiley.
Now the champion down. Here we go.
Jake Wiley back to a vertical base, trying to shake out that foot.
Going for the flying Superman punch there. Oh.
Oh, no. Eric Enders looking.
Oh, my goodness.
Eric Enders powers that snowplow.
On
1,
the back of his
2.
head. Oh.
Jake Wiley, how did he kick out of that?
Man, how did he kick out of that, Jimmy?
Absolutely insane. Jake Wiley has all the experience. He has the intelligence. He has all the tools. Those feet are educated, not in karate, but in pro wrestling.
Yes, sir.
With
Very
him with a
much so.
hurt foot changes the game here.
It does.
Oh, Eric Enders, half Nelson.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, into a victory
Here we go.
roll.
What's he doing? Are you serious? Has to get involved.
Absolutely
Has to get
uncalled
involved.
for. Jake Wiley had it walked away with a beautiful victory roll.
All right. Well, with that, let's take it to the challengers for the tag team titles. Let's hear from Dog Nation.
Good evening, Imagination. My name is Dave Brown. I'm here with Dog Nation, who was successful at Volume 43. They're the new #1 contenders. They finally got the monkey off their back. They were able to beat the Rad Boys. They had been 0 for 4. So, guys, where do we go from here? You're facing the Watch Nuts. What's going on?
Better yet, out. Out. You're right.
See you later.
We did win, and we're going to celebrate tonight. Because this win, I mean, we did it! We finally did it! We beat the Rad Boys! 0 and 4. We could have been 0 and 100. But this victory, this one victory, means the absolute world.
And speaking of victories, Doggy, this victory grants us an opportunity at the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships. And who has those championships? The Watch. Another team that we have a victory over, Doggy.
It goes like this, Watch. We will be bringing domination. We will be bringing hydration. And now, 100% certification that we will be bringing home those Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Oh, start!
Yeah!
Challengers. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the current reigning Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Malachi Gage and the Alpha Rick Matthews. They are the Watch. Gentlemen, how are we this evening? So, you heard from Dog Nation. What do you guys have to say?
Oh, those were strong words indeed, weren't they, Michael? Those were so strong. Boys, you seem real excited about that win you got over the Rad Boys. You seem real excited about that win you got over the Watch over a year ago. But we've already covered everything that's changed since then. Now we have these, and I'm going to break it to you plain and simple. You two, Dog Nation, you're puppies, and we are Cujo, and we're going to rip your head off. So, I want you to ball up that excitement real small. I want you to put it in your pocket and hold on to it really tight, because your one match winning streak comes to a dead halt on October the 7th.
Dog Nation, you know what? You can sit there and you can hang on to that one win you have against the Rad Boys. You can hang on to the one win you have against the Watch. But the fact of the matter is, we are the guys to chase. We are the top team here at Imagine Wrestling. We are the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions. You two want to come out and talk about domination? What do you think the two of us have been doing for the better part of, 2.5 years now? Dominate any team put in front of us. And then you come out here talking about certification. The only certification you two have, I'm sure of it, you two are certifiably insane, probably more so than my boy here, if you think you're taking these from us. Dog Nation, these Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Championships are for the Watch.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Intense as ever, the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Watch. Sure to have their hands full with Dog Nation. And now at this time, another individual that'll have his hands full with his father on October 7th, taking on WWE Legends, the Headbangers. Please welcome at this time the great neighbor, James Ross.
That's right. It's me, Imagination, one half of the former WWE Tag Team Champions, the Headbangers, Marsh. Unfortunately, my tag team partner Thorsher couldn't make it tonight because he fell really hard and his hip has been displaced. But we've been insured by a medical professional that he will be able to rock his ass on October 7th. And that's enough of that. Do you see how ridiculous this is? Do you see how ridiculous this is? You see the nonsense that we have to put up with around here? It's stupid. This whole thing's stupid. The fact that the Headbangers think that they stand a chance in our neighborhood is stupid. And October 7th, we're going to show them that life is better in a sweater and that life is better on this side of the fence rather than over there. It doesn't make any sense. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm making the world a better place. I'm making the world a better place alongside my father. While the Headbangers, people like them, they're corrupting the youth and ruining the world that we work to build up. So October 7th, you're going to shut your mouths. And we're going to show you that it's a good thing to have a good neighbor, but it's an even better thing to be a good neighbor.
What was that? That was interesting. Again, strong words from James Ross. And that brings us to, someone I've been wanting to talk to since last week. Rocker, if I can get you to come in here, please. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about what happened last week between you and my co-host Jimmy the Hippie. I mean, where's your mind at after last week? Can you elaborate for me here?
Back in the summer of, that really doesn't matter, but back in the summer of whatever year it was, I bought my first real six string, and I played until my fingers bled. And there was a couple guys from school that said I wouldn't really get that far, but there is one person that said I would, and here I am today. And that person is Jimmy the Hippie. And I personally want to call him out here to apologize for the emotions that happened last week, the words that were said.
All right, let's bring him in. Jimmy. Floor's yours, Rocker.
Jimmy, face to face, Rocker to Hippie. I do want to say I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said them things that I've said to you about the hot-headedness, and I am sorry, but still on my mind that I could have faced Greg as it could have just been me and him if you and Coleman weren't completely in the picture. I don't know, man. It's just still in my head. I'm sorry for what happened last week, but set my soul at ease.
Yeah, buddy. We've been friends for a little while, ever since you showed up around here. You used to be a fan of mine prior to becoming a wrestler yourself.
A long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. I would say that you were one of my best friends at Imagine Wrestling. But like everybody else, Chris Coleman, Greg, you think you deserve to be on top of my mountain, don't you, Chris Sands? And if this is only wrestling related and shouldn't contest our friendship, let me sit you under my learning tree. One more lesson. In life, if you're not willing to go too far, you're not going to make it far enough. How far are you willing to go, Chris Sands, for the Imagine Heavyweight title? Well, let me ask you like this. Are you willing to go further? Are you more capable than I am? Because I can see it in your eyes. You're unsure if you are. So why don't you find out? Why don't you find out October 7th how strong our friendship is and how much this title belt means to you? And step up and bang heads one-on-one with Jimmy the Flying Hippie. What do you think, bud?
If this is a match that you're asking for, and when I do win, I hope that respectfully you can come to me and admit that I'm the better man.
That's the most confident you've ever sounded, my friend. You're in for one long, strange trip.
Big match. I mean, can we make that official? October 7th, the Rocker versus the Hippie. Great. Yeah, let's get that started. And looks like to end the interviews tonight, we have the current reigning Imagine Heavyweight Champion, Gorgeous Gregory.
Yes, it's my time. Wait. Mike Zeke!
Yes, sir. How are you?
How's it going today, man?
Going great,
How you
man.
feeling? You
Great.
feeling good?
I'm good. How are you? Let's
It's a little toasty in here.
It is a little warm
Let me get a
in
little
here.
bit more comfortable.
Okay.
You're sweating a lot too.
I-
Again.
I sweat
2 weeks in
profusely.
a row. This man cannot stop sweating.
I
Here,
can
why don't
look-
I help you out?
All right.
You're doing all right. What are you doing? You wearing a damn wife beater? Come on, man.
I mean, I like to
Come
be
on.
comfortable, sir.
Come on, man. You're wearing a wife
I
beater
am,
under
yes,
there. Come on,
yes.
show off that chest there. You know what?
That's,
You know what?
you know,
I don't know about all that.
could we maybe get back on
We'll
track
button it
here?
back up. Hold on 1 second, sweetheart. 1 second. Let me button up your shirt again. Here we go.
Thank you.
Hold on. I'm working on it. My hands are a little shaky. You know.
You got a big challenge coming October 7th, man.
Yeah.
Are you taking Braden Elliott seriously? I mean, I'm honestly asking you. Number one contender.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why
Are you,
Are you doing all right?
I'm fine.
Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Listen, no. Are you doing all right?
Yes.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug. You know what, Mike Zeke? I got some for you. I got some for you next week. Next week, because I care about you, man. I care about you. I'm going to bring my very own blood pressure monitor, and you can take your blood pressure with my monitor, my personal monitor, right here in front of the imagination. How's that sound? Make sure you're healthy.
I appreciate
Listen,
you.
I want what's best for you, brother. I want what's best for you. How's that sound?
I appreciate you being worried about my health, but I'd really like to get your thoughts on defending the title.
I'll bring it next week. All right. Ask me a question.
Can you defeat Braden Elliott on October 7th?
Listen, Mike Zeke. All I really want right now is a moment to come face to face with Braden Elliott and tell him how I really feel. That's what I want, sweetheart. But it seems to be every time I try to take that opportunity, that little rat Jake Wiley always slides in from the back because his little punk partner can't do anything by himself. His little coward punk partner can't do anything without him. And that's how it's been for the past 2 years. 2 years they've been teaming. 2 years they haven't done anything by themselves. I don't need anybody. I don't need a tag team partner to help me win my matches. I don't need a tag team partner to help me win this heavyweight title. I don't need it, sweetheart. I don't need it one bit. You know why? Because I'm a generational talent. Because I'm a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. What am I, Mike Zeke? Mike Zeke, what am I? Sweetheart, I am the main character of this entire show. You have a ball of sweat, a drip of sweat dripping down your face right now. I don't know how I feel about that. Did you not shave your head today? You didn't shave your head for this damn interview?
It's been a week, yes.
You got to shave your damn head when you're talking to a generational talent. You got to trim up this beard. What? Come on, man. This is not a very professional run interview.
I'll look better for you next week, sir.
You better. I'll bring that blood pressure monitor for you, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure you're doing all right. Okay. There you go, champ.
All right. Thanks. Yes, thanks. Interesting developments from the champion who defends the title against Braden Elliott, October 7th. Now, let's hear from our fan of the week. There you go, man. Aaron, thanks for being a member of the Imagination.
Yeah, I recall Aaron from the shows. I recognize him. Cool dude. Been supporting us for a long time. There he is wearing a Jimmy the Hippie shirt in the video they actually showed. So,
yeah.
Always exciting. We thank you, Aaron.
Again, if you want to be fan of the week, reach out to us on all of our socials. Hit us up on the website. Let us know that you would like to be the fan of the week and send in the images of you with all your favorite Imagine superstars, and we'll be sure to get you on in the weeks to come.
Absolutely.
Now, with that, I'd be remiss if I did not talk about our sponsors, as Renewal by Anderson. If you're looking for high-quality windows and or patio door home investment options within your budget, contact DC Bentley, a.k.a. Jordan Treese, at 814-330-9870, or you can visit them in their showroom located at 487 Municipal Drive, Duncansville, PA 16635. Again, I know I mentioned this last week. I've known Jordan a long time. Great dude. What the sponsor does for us, and I know I mentioned it, I know Cato's mentioned it a bunch of times, like the lifeblood of Imagine Wrestling is the imagination, you at home watching every week, and our sponsors. And, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for either of you. So thank you from me, from us. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And, again, I know I've talked about it a couple times, but October 7th is going to get here quick, man. And now, it was made official. I was told off camera here that your match with The Rock or Chris Sands looks like it's going to be official for October 7th. So I hope whatever you guys got going between the two of you gets worked out in this match. And
It's fine. It's a disagreement. It's competitive differences. Hopefully he's not trying to test our friendship, because we're going to find out what's more important, the friendship or the title. And hopefully one or both can remain intact. So Chris Sands, bring your best. Our little disagreement is just that, a disagreement. Not as big of a disagreement as your checkered shirt is with these cameras.
Yeah,
though, man.
yeah,
It's a little rough.
I'll never wear the shirt again. I apologize.
But, it's tune in to watch me criticize Mike Zeke's shirt.
Or to see my face. So let's get to our main event, Jimmy. Let's take it to the ring right now.
Let's do it.
First, he is from the other side of your mind. He is Lucio Vere. Seconded by the Imagine Live champion, Eric Enders. Still the Imagine Live. It is renewal by Anderson. Thank you.
I question CW's relation to the Anderson family, but Lucio Vere, dangerous competitor.
Introducing the challenger. He is all that. Braden Elliott.
Braden Elliott, the look, the talent, the gear, the tan, he looks like he is ready to go.
You know, the Rad Boys are very high energetic. They always seem like they're very focused, but I've seen a difference in Braden Elliott and, Jake Wiley for that matter over the last couple of weeks. And, it's good to see that he's, on the ball.
Can we get a bell ring to make this match official?
There it is. There's the bell.
Braden Elliott looking a little larger in the shoulders and trapezius area. It'll help him well in this lockup with Lucio Vere, both men jockeying for positioning here.
Yeah, well, we got a nice set of high lock there from Braden Elliott here. Oh,
Lucio Vere has the experience.
Yes, he does. 20-plus years in the business, or coming up on 20 years, I believe is what he told me.
Braden Elliott has the ability. You saw with that very fluid arm drag. It don't get much sweeter than that.
No, it doesn't. He pulled that arm right out of the socket if he wanted to. Oh. All right, got to get him off the ropes here, ref. Come on, rope break. All right. Let's see who's going to capitalize here. Up, going for that big clothesline like we saw earlier from his tag team partner, and reversal. Just so smooth, man.
Lucio Vere tries to tear a page from the book of Braden Elliott, ends up getting torn down with a second arm drag instead. Lucio Vere, very wily veteran, never count him out. Where there's a will, there's a way, and Lucio Vere will take any nook or cranny that he needs to get an advantage. We've seen him do it before.
Yeah, I think I've seen him take every shortcut that there is known to man when it comes to wrestling. So, nice leapfrog there. Oh, nice another arm drag from Braden Elliott.
Beautifully done. Braden Elliott, a real wrestler's wrestler here.
I imagine.
Showing you that mat wrestling can work. Braden Elliott, big high school collegiate wrestler, won multiple things in high school. He's never shied away from his mat game.
Gotta get a clean break here from the ref. Yeah, very impressive amateur wrestling background from Braden Elliott, that's for sure. Oh man.
Snake eyes. Oh, that was a clothesline right in the forehead.
Hit him right in the face. Check him, ref.
Referee John Williams right in there to check Braden Elliott. He seems to be okay.
Here we go. Oh. Snap body slam from Lucio Vere.
Braden Elliott seemingly dodged a bullet with that clothesline, but got caught by the power slam.
I imagine that move sends shockwaves through your entire body.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Braden Elliott writhing in pain.
Seems to be a pattern here between Eric Enders and Lucio Vere. You know, I said Eric Enders is very cerebral, but I mean, look at the way Lucio Vere is wrestling this match here. You know, he's targeting the neck, targeting the back. You know, I mean, maybe this joint, thing that they have going on here as a team, whether they're a team or not a team, but the experience between the two of them, it's clearly showing off.
I usually try to be impartial and not pick favorites or give my opinion too much on these as individuals rather than competitors, but I feel like Lucio Vere and Eric Enders are only friends because no one else is sitting at their lunch table. You know what I'm saying? So by default, they need each other. And as you saw at the end of Eric Enders' match, that victory roll by Jake Wiley, he definitely needed Lucio Vere because Jake Wiley had that match won.
He's targeting the neck just like Enders did to Jake Wiley earlier in the night.
Lucio de Vere, that straightforward brawling approach, drives an elbow right into Braden Elliott's back. Very, very well executed.
Yeah, see right there. I mean, being a cagey veteran, thinking he needed to take, the extra mile there and grab the hair, but luckily John Williams was right there in play, being able to, catch him. So he's not cheating, because I hate cheaters. I don't know if you know this about me, Jimmy, but I don't like cheaters and I don't like liars.
Oh, really?
Oh, big back body drop from Lucio. But to answer your question, yes, really.
A lot of the times these guys try to justify their actions as not being lying or cheating, just a necessary means, and I couldn't disagree more.
Just
Lucio
because
de
it's
Vere,
justification doesn't mean it's okay.
Lucio de Vere has the tools, has the creativity. He chooses cleverness and dirty tactics over something a little more straightforward like Braden Elliott, which is straight willpower and ability. Braden Elliott's starting to turn his hips here. Lucio de Vere is probably going to need something a little more.
He's got to pivot inward here to
keep Braden Elliott down.
Oh, and the hair again. John Williams has got to do a better job of keeping track of what he's doing. This is the second time he's gone to the hair in this matchup. Second time. There we go. Look at this. Blatantly disrespectful right in front of the referee. And, if he felt disrespected, he could end this match right now.
That's the thing about Lucio de Vere. I've seen a lot of rule breakers. I've been in wrestling a long time. Lucio de Vere cheats because he wants to, not always because he has to.
Very true.
Lucio de Vere would stop at nothing for victory. He claims to be undefeated. He's really defeating himself by choosing to perform the way he does and his approach to matches and winning.
I imagine Gorgeous Gregory is watching this matchup very closely, getting essentially a front row seat wherever he is. I believe he's left, after the interview I had with him earlier. But I got to imagine he's watching tape. He's seeing what Lucio is able to do here. And, it's part of his strategy, I'm sure, going into his title defense against Braden Elliott on October 7th.
Absolutely.
No quitting this kid, man.
Gorgeous
no
Gregory,
this kid.
He spent a significant amount of time messing with you, Mike Zeke, but I think he has more than his hands full with Braden Elliott. He better take this a little more seriously.
I kind of felt that halfway through. Why me? Why was he? But maybe it's just because he is that threatened by Braden that he just didn't want to answer the question. So I'm going to ask him the same question I did this week, next week. We'll see what he says. Oh my goodness! What a backstabber!
Lucio de Vere realigns his spine with the backstabber.
Lucio de Vere trying to make sure Braden Elliott doesn't make it to October 7th.
The name of that move is apropos for the way Lucio de Vere performs out here. Staying on that spine, staying on that back.
Breathing through his mouth. I imagine that takes the wind completely out of you. Completely out of you.
Leg drop to the back of the neck, guillotine style.
This kid does not quit, man.
This is the fight. This is what Gorgeous Gregory's going to have to deal with. He's more than has his hands full. He better stay focused. And Greg likes to yuck it up and be overconfident. If I was Greg, I'd be watching this match, and I'd be watching it very close. Hear the impact on that shot from Braden Elliott.
Here's one thing I know for sure about Braden Elliott. I know he's not a quitter, and I know he's never quitted anything in his life. So I imagine Gorgeous Gregory's got to bring everything he has, maybe be a completely different Gorgeous Gregory on October 7th to defeat Braden Elliott.
Well, I think it's going to take a little something extra from Gorgeous Gregory. Braden Elliott's no slouch, and he understands the opportunity he has. Braden Elliott's a young man, and he's waited his whole life as a kid sitting in the stands, waiting to be the guy.
Yes.
And this is his opportunity.
It sure
he
is.
knows he has the goods. He knows he can carry the load. He just needs to seal the deal, and I have a feeling Braden Elliott has all the tools.
Yeah. Playing devil's advocate here, man. I mean, Gorgeous Gregory's been the champion for this long for a reason. Say whatever you will about him, but I mean, he's the fastest rising star we've ever had here at Imagine Wrestling.
And make no mistakes about it. Myself, Chris Sands, I'm sure anybody else looking for that Imagine Wrestling heavyweight titles watching this match.
Yeah. Shout out to the world beater.
When I compete for the grandest prize in all Pennsylvania independent wrestling, the Imagine Live heavyweight title, I want to fight the best, and I believe Braden Elliott to be among the best. I really do.
Oh, there it is.
Just like that missile spear halfway across the ring.
Can he put him away here?
Good night. Lucio de Vere, ton of fight in him. Kicks out.
He's got to capitalize here. What's he going for? You know, something I just realized is that he's been working on his neck this entire night, and Gorgeous Gregory's move, the DDG, is specifically targeting the neck.
Braden Elliott back to a vertical base. It seems like he's handling it.
Oh, there it is again. Here we go. Oh, what a clothesline from Lucio to Vere.
Second time with that clothesline. Got all of it.
Just knocks the wind out of you, man. It's clearly a 2 count, Mr. Enders.
Eric Enders and Lucio de Vere taking up issue with this officiating, and I promise you, from where I'm standing, John Williams has been calling this 100% down
He
the
has.
middle.
I will give him credit. He has been. Up. He's looking for a sharpshooter here. Oh, not so fast.
If he would have crossed those ankles, that would have been a bad way for Lucio de Vere.
Yes, it would have. Up. He's going for the DVD here. Oh, takes the buckle. Oh, what a back elbow from Braden Elliott.
Braden Elliott could be looking for that Yoshigoroshi.
Just going back and forth here. Who's going to capitalize? Who's going to get the upper hand here?
Standing switch waist lock. Double leg takedown.
Here we go. Is he going to lock it in?
They're crossed.
He's got
It's
the
hooked. If he can
he's
step
got it.
over.
He's got the sharpshooter.
He stepped over.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, I tell you what, Mike Zeke, that thing looks deep. Lucio de Vere reaching. Eric Enders there giving him all the support.
He's just looking at him.
Keep your eye on Enders.
What? He's just screaming out for help. Eric Enders is not doing anything. He's just, he taps out. That's it. Braden Elliott wins. He just stood there.
I'm completely in shock.
What was that? Nonetheless, your winner, Braden Elliott.
Where were you? Why didn't you help me?
What am I supposed to do?
You're right there. You couldn't help me.
What am I supposed to do? The ref's right here.
You couldn't help me.
I can't do anything. The ref's right there. You want to get disqualified? Is that how you want it?
You could have helped me. What's up with that? I got your back. You could have helped me.
The ref is right there.
Uh-oh, what do we got here?
Gorgeous Gregory in the ring.
You want it now? Yeah. You want it now? Yeah. You want to go in? Yeah. I told you, you can't do anything. You can't do anything without him, huh? You can't do a damn thing without him. You're scared of me. You're a damn coward is what you are. You're a coward and you'll never have this. You'll never have this. Ever, sweetheart.
Wow.
Never.
Strong words from the champion. I mean, what do you say to that? Does he have a point?
Gorgeous Gregory, I think, was coming out to pick the carcass clean on an already weathered and beaten down Braden Elliott.
It would be like the
And
champion to...
Braden Elliott, he's the type of guy, he ain't going to back down. He'll take the fight. Jake Wiley, like a partner should, right there to have his back. That man is no coward. Gorgeous Gregory, I can't wait to see someone shut your big mouth.
On October 7th, that very well could happen. And Braden Elliott could become the new Imagine Heavyweight Champion. Well, Jimmy?
Well, Mike, it's been my pleasure, man. I've known you for a long time.
Yes,
and
sir,
I think
bro.
this is the first time I ever got to appear on camera with you.
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah, he's been a good friend of mine for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you get the host role, and hopefully
Thanks, man.
you'll do well in this role.
I appreciate it.
Mike Zeke's been a good friend of mine, and we all have friends and good friends, and people maybe we might not talk to as much. We've talked a lot on this program about mental health and reaching out and this and that. Well, it's our job as human beings to look after each other. So make sure you check in and make sure. Sometimes all it takes is that question. All it takes is someone as an active listener or that ear to take the weight off of someone's shoulders. Let them vent. See what's troubling them and how you can help them as a person and help yourself. Kindness is universal. We can all practice it. We thank you for tuning in.
Thank you very much. See you next week.